Hi, so I told you that I was going to make a video and I hadn't gotten around to it. So here's my video. And our first question was dealing with those that don't understand claiming fat. And what I find is that when people say, don't call yourself fat, or you're not fat, you're pretty, what they really mean is you're not all the negative things that I associate with fat, and you have to calmly explain to them that fat doesn't mean that you're lazy or unhealthy or that you're worth anything less than a thin person. It just means that you're fat. Fat's fat, and that's it. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be respected. It doesn't mean you sit around and eat all day, and even if you did, so what? So you just have to try to bring home the point that, hey, that's offensive to me. Why can't I be fat and be beautiful? Why is fat such a negative word? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing, like, I'm just fat and I love it, and that's, like, get over it. So that's that. And moving on to our second question, how diet talk or food guilt is damaging and annoying. Diet talk is especially dangerous for people that have eating disorders, because that's not something they really want to talk about. That's like the mere mention of food is a very triggering thing to them. And even people, like, I'm perfectly okay with my body, but I don't want people asking me what I'm eating all the time, because really what they're doing is they're just looking for an excuse to be like, oh, well, that's why you're fat, obviously, and that's not okay. So, if you have somebody that's close to you, or, just some random stranger on the street, just say, thank you for, your opinion or your diet tips or whatever, but I am comfortable with my body, and I would appreciate it if you would not make any more comments on it. Like, thank you for your concern, but it's mine, and I'm going to make the choices that I want to make, you know. So, yeah. Um, that's how I end my questions. I'm just like, yes. uh, what do you personally feel is the definition and most important aspect of health? How do you think people can try and achieve them? Um, Personally, I think that the most important aspect of health is feeling good. And it's not looking good or wearing a certain size or anything like that. It's, do I feel good today? Yes? Cool. And really, what's really important that a lot of people skip right over is your mental health. And, mental health is so important, because it's really hard to take care of yourself when you don't feel good, in your head. And I know that because I've been dealing with depression for a very long time, and, I have days where I can't even get out of bed, and it's hard to take care of myself the way that I want to, and I feel like my body deserves to be taken care of when I can't even get up, so being in a right place mentally is really the most important thing, I think. And ways to achieve good mental health and, body acceptance: be a friend to your body. Realize that it's okay to not be okay. That you don't have to be happy-go-lucky all the time. That it's okay to have days where you don't like yourself, everybody struggles sometimes. Everybody has days where they don't feel their best, and that's all right. You just have to realize that tomorrow is a new day, and tomorrow is a day to start over and try to do better. And you don't have to get down on yourself when you don't, live up to your expectations. So I try to spend a lot of time looking at myself in the mirror and sort of being familiar with my body, and I've found that my shower time is really good for my body confidence, because, I'm touching my skin, and it helps me remember how soft I am and the curves of my body and just what makes me me, sort of. So, just spend time trying to accept yourself. Make lists of things that you like about yourself, and at first it might be a really small list. There might only be one or two things on there. But if you genuinely try to, pay more attention to yourself and add to that list every day, you might be surprised to see what you end up with. Okay. Fat fetishes, and are they acceptable or demeaning? And YouTube just disconnected.